Hello guys, and welcome back to Kids Coding Playground. So this will be the third Among Us Part 3, the animated story. So the Part 2 we did the first stage where the cyan can take out the Red Among Us Sprite, and then we go on to the next stage. Then there's a pink Among Us sprite there. So what we continue to do is we did the door for the last video. So we'll continue working on stage 3 and then all the other weapon that you can use to take out this crew. So let me just run through it one more time. Just refresh everyone. So you say start. Okay, let's do that again. This one is not correct. You see how this is showing up. Need to fix that. So in here, make sure that you code it for the first one, just in case something like this happen. It goes to a different episode, right? Go to 1. So what you can do is do this. Okay, let's start again. So we have it as 1 second for now. We can change it back to like 4 seconds so the user can read. But for right now, we just keep it at 1. Let's run it again. So you have this, right? And then it comes to here. Then we coded the club. We can use the club. We can kind of hit them and they kind of swirl effect. We can push the up. They open the door. It hides the sprite, and it goes to the stage 2 where you have the pink Among Us. Okay, so that's where we left off last time. So let's begin again. So we'll continue here. So what we want to do next is we can work on the other one, like the laser gun, the infinity gauntlet, and the lightsaber, and so on. Okay, so we're gonna do the laser gun. So the laser gun is a little bit different. It's actually not a weapon over here. When I did it at the time, I actually did it with the a costume. So we'll just do it like that. So you can do it the other way. But so what you do is we're gonna put this little laser gun I found online, just kind of cut it up, and then we just kind of move it and copy it and then move it over here. So if you want to add different sprite, you can just upload the sprite into here, say upload, and then you find your sprite upload, and then after that you just kind of copy the image and put it in here. If you guys want me to show you, let me see if I can. So we're gonna show you here. Let's say you kind of pick a sprite. When you download online, sometimes the icon is not clean, even though it says PNG. Sometimes it's not. Like for example, this is the old laser gun we had, right? So as you can see, it has some white background here. So you have to use like either Scratch 2.0 to clean it up. If you don't know how to do that, take a look at one of our how-to series, and then we actually show that. And you can download Scratch 2.0 and use the magic wand and do that. So after you clean it up, you can import it here. After you import it here, you can do convert to vector, and you can kind of select this, and then you can put it into your sprite here, and then you can resize it however you want, right? Since you see how this one has a white background, which is no good. So this one I did is I clean up the background. So after that, you can just kind of move in and kind of rotate, and then just give it to your sprite. So anyway, if you need to know how to do that, look at the one about to do how-to video on how to clean up a background for a sprite. Okay, I'm not going into that for now. So what happened is you just pick any weapon you created online, or you can draw your own, and then just put it for this sprite. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to create a code down here. Okay, say when. So number 2 is press. So we did number 1 on the club, so number 2 is press. And same thing that what we did in club, right? If it's not in progress, basically they're not saying anything, then we want to do that, right? So same kind of logic we need. Okay, let's go back to our sprite here. Let's zoom in a little bit. So we're coding for number 2 attack, which is the laser gun. Okay, so you drag the if and else statement here. If and then, I mean, we don't need the else. And then you drag the not operator, and then you drag the equal operator. Go to variable, select this dialog in progress, say But yes, basically saying is style of progress is no, or you can actually do it like this. If you don't want to do it or not, then you can say no or whatever. It will be the same thing. So this is the same as not yes. Okay. Since I did it not yes, I can let's just continue using that. What you can do is you can switch to custom number 2. So we're gonna delete that icon actually. Here, this thing's messed up. So we're gonna switch to custom number 2, which is the sprite holding the laser gun. Okay, put that over here. And what we do is we're gonna do a wait for 1 second, kind of show up a little bit. Then we're gonna broadcast a new message called fire laser. Okay, so this will fire the laser and wait until the other message is finished, right? And we'll do a little bit of wait again. Then we want to switch it back to costume number 1, which is the standard costume. Okay, so we're gonna use this, fire the laser, switch it back to this one. Okay. Okay, so what we want to do is we're gonna have to code this this sonic power that shoots from the laser, and then kind of fly to the other sprites, right, to attack him. So we need to do something here. So what we want to do is we're gonna create, when green flag is clicked, we want to hide the sprite in the beginning. Then we're going to throw a forever loop here. And what we're going to do is we're going to change the ghost effect, just kind of make it blinking. So ghost effect by 25, and we're going to wait for 0.1 second. Do that again, duplicate a block. Okay, and then duplicate one more time. Kind of like a blinking kind of thing. Okay, so when we run this, so let's say I run this, just if you want to test something, right, you can always you don't actually have to run through everything. What you can do is just click on the code block here on top. So right now it's actually running, you see it's yellow, but it's high, right? So if you say show, let's see, where is it? I don't know where that is actually. Maybe somewhere here actually. Let me stop this again. Okay, here it is. Okay, here it is. So let's try this again. So you'll see it goes away. So you see that it kind of flashes and it goes away. But what we want to do is we're gonna have to make it show, right? And then this thing should also show up. So we want to show up and high, right? I think I did it wrong here. So what I want to do is I'm gonna kind of go dimmer, and then I have to go back out actually. So I'm gonna have to do -25 and -25. Okay, let's try it again. So my mistake, I did a copy and I forgot to change the effect. So oops. So I don't actually have to do that. Just click on the green flag. Let me see this. Oh, where it is. So you can see it's blinking. You see this? It's blinking. That's what we want, right? So we're hiding, making it dimmer, and then making it brighter, dimmer, brighter, bit dimmer kind of thing. So that's why it's kind of having this blinking effect. Okay. All right. Okay, so we have the fire laser, right? So what we want to do is from here where there's fire laser, right? So what we want to do is go back over here. So when I receive fire laser, I want to create a clone of myself. So basically going to create one of this sonic power. Okay, and then you have to say when I start as a clone what you want to do. So this will actually call this. So what we want to do is we're going to set up another variable, I think, called got hit. So got hit, you have to create that for the sonic power only, okay, just for that clone, so that you can, so we don't want to, so we want to keep track of if the sonic power actually hit him. Let's say I can shoot the other way and it will not hit him. So we want to check that, make sure that it actually hit him before we change the, the effect for this Among Us Sprite. So that's why we need to create another variable called got hit. So if you don't know how to do this, you can click on make variable and say got hit, put got hit here, and then you can select for this sprite only. Okay, so that will create the variable. Basically, this is like private variable for sonic power. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to set got hit to no. So first, meaning like when it start to clone, that means it did not hit the other sprite, this sprite, right? So, and then we want to make this go to cyan. So that means when they fire the gun, this clone should go to the cyan. And we want to point in the direction of the cyan. So the just like the club, right? So the cyan's pointing to the right. Right now the cyan's pointing to the right. So this thing will actually go in here. Okay. So the cyan is pointing to the left. Then this guy will point to the other way. Okay. So that's what we want to do. So what we want to do is point in direction here, and then go to sensing. And you have to pick out from here, put it here. So always select the back one first before you select the front. So you select cyan first, and then you select direction. Okay. And then we will do a move 50 steps. What happened is we want the sonic power come out from like right here. We don't want it to come out from his stomach, right? We're gonna push 50 steps so that it's somewhere like this. Okay, that's why we have that 50 step. And then we'll say show, so that way now after we do all this coordinate thing, then we'll show. That way you can always see it kind of flying like this. I mean, let me change the costume for this guy so you can see it a little bit better. So maybe something like this. Okay, so you can adjust it. So if you think 50 is not enough, you can put 100 or 75, whatever. Kind of adjust it so that it looks like this. Okay, so I think I have 50. Well, let's just try. I think 50 is fine. Okay, now next we will want to say repeat until. Okay. So here we want to make sure that, we want to destroy the clone. If you're doing clone, you have to make sure you delete the clone. So we want to make sure that, when it touch the edge or touch this guy, the clone should disappear. If not, you keep on having too many clones on the game. It's not good. It can potentially mess up your game. Okay, and it looks better when the bullet hit this guy, the laser hit this guy, the laser disappear. Okay, so what we want to do is we're gonna have to use the OR join, because we want to check if it actually hit him or the edge, right? So we're going to use the OR join. So OR meaning either condition happen, it will work. So we'll say select the Among Us Sprite, which is the red one here, and then duplicate this, and then we'll say touching edge, meaning it missed the sprite and it hit it on the edge. Okay. So after that, you're gonna say set. So we want to set this got hit to yes now, since it was every time the clone created is no. But if it either touching the edge or touching this, then we'll say got hit yes. Oops, sorry, I got it wrong. So we're gonna do that a little bit later. Only if you actually hit the Among Us Sprite, then we'll go to got hit yes. My bad. So what we want to do, we want to make it move, right? So you have to say move 10 step. As you can see, it just say 10 step. You don't need like negative or positive, since you're already pointing to the direction. So if you're pointing to this side, if you say 10 step, you just go on this side. If you point this side, 10 step, it will go on the right side. Okay. All right. Okay. We need another condition here. So if, oops, I'm making a lot of mistakes today for some reason. Okay, so we want to duplicate this. So if it actually touch the Among Us, then we say got hit is yes. Okay, that means it hit the Among Us Sprite. Okay, and then what we want to do is So either it touch the edge or this, it will finish. The code here will go out of this loop. Then we will do another check here. Okay, so we say if the got hit, you have to use another operator here to check. And select the variable got hit. If it's equal to yes, meaning like it got hit right here, if you do yes, then we're gonna broadcast a message. Broadcast a message. Okay, this time we're gonna say got hit by laser. Okay, so this is for the Among Us sprite to change the effect. Okay, and after that we want to set this back. Just resetting it just in case, you know. You might not need to, but just for good of it, we'll just reset it back to no. And then we can delete this clone. So delete this clone, so basically make this disappear. Okay. Alright, so let's zoom back out. So let's see. So this is everything that we had. The fire, the laser, we'll call this code and then run this. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Let's go back to the red sprite here. So what we need to do is we are going to have to code this, right? Because we haven't coded the red sprite to change things, right? When we got hit, right? So where to do that? So we will try to put it over here. Let me move this on the top. So these are all the control move, like from one place to another. We'll put on top. And then we are going to do the, effect on the bottom, So this is the first one is the club. So second one, you can say got hit by laser. What we want to do is we want to, instead of swirl, we'll do the fisheye effect by 25, play the sound, and broadcast mission complete. So you remember the mission complete we coded earlier on the portal. So basically it will open up the portal or allow you to go into the door. So for this one, if it's not backdrop 1, 7, or 8, it will show the door. It will show the portal again. Sorry, not door. Show the portal. Okay. So if it's not one of these, it will have the portal. So after you broadcast mission complete. Okay. And then after that, you can go back over here. So you can see right here. So if you push the up key and you're touching the portal, it will hide broadcast next stage. It will open. It will not allow the open door again, which will actually change the background of the sprite here on the portal. So right here, not on the portal, I mean on the background. So you have like next stage, it'll go on to the next background. So let's just try it out. Let's see how it works. Not sure it's gonna work. Let's see. Should. Let's try it out. So we're gonna start. So you can see we have the club, and let's just use a laser right now, number 2. So you see it didn't work, right? So something is wrong. So let's see what's wrong. So we made some mistakes. So we did a copy from here, right? So that's why. So when you're doing coding, you always need to check if it doesn't work. See how you're gonna figure out how you do it. So as you can see, when we shoot, it's touching Among Us. So this is correct, and you can open up like the variable, right? So let's say if you try to debug your code or some problem, you see got hit is no. So let's just try it again. So let's say we say yes. So this is no. So let's say hit 2. So I think you cannot really see it because of the clone. Okay, so we were not able to get it working. So let's just check through our code, make sure everything is correct. So here we have got hit is no, and we see that touching either this or this, and then it got yes. So if this is yes, then we're gonna broadcast this message. So I think we might have some error on the here on the Among Us. So here, actually, we actually did it wrong here. We actually don't need that wait until. So actually, when we know that it got hit because this is the sprite here that checks it if it's already touching the Among Us sprite. We know that it got hit. So and then we broadcast this message. So when we broadcast this message, we know that this guy got hit already. So we actually don't need to have this wait until touching club or touching the sonic power. So I think I made a mistake because I did a copy from here. So it's always, I mean, all the time, you know, you will make mistake from coding, right? Not always one time it will always work. So when I do coding, I have never done it like one time it will always work. So try to like learn how to debug and find out what the problem is. So you just kind of check, you know, what would it be wrong, you know, things look correct here, then you see like, okay, it's broadcasting this, so what is it doing? I think before I had like touching club or whatever, and then it was incorrect, or touching sonic power, whatever that is, still incorrect. So we shouldn't actually need any of that. So when we receive this, it should just change the fisheye. So now let's try it again. Okay, so let's try again. We have the gun. So let's say I shoot on this side, right? So it should come out on this side. You see that? Come out from this side. Looks okay. Not a problem. So if I shoot on this side, so you can see it got hit. It become yellow. You see it got yellow, and then it changed that. So after that, it broadcasts the complete mission. Then you can open the door, push the up key. Then you see the other sprite here, which is the pink one, but you see we don't see cyan yet, so that is incorrect. So we need to reset cyan to a position maybe right here. Okay, so what you want to do is kind of open up cyan, see where cyan is. Okay, click on him. You see, let's say we move him right here. So what you want to do is, let's go back to cyan. So we have the code for the backdrop, right? So backdrop 1, so we can duplicate this. So sometimes when you duplicate code, make sure you change it correctly. So that happened to me, right? So so this is backdrop 2. So we want the cyan, let's say, go to somewhere here. Then you can make sure you delete this go to, get the new go to from here, put it here. Okay, and then you can say show, or you can have switch to custom 1, 2, just in case, you know, you're switching from another one to here, it doesn't hurt. Or you can, I think even show is fine, because we always reset it after the gun or the club, right? We always reset it. But anyway, let's just do that, so that, you know, whenever the screen change from one screen to the next, it has the custom show as 1. Okay, let's run it again. Okay, we're gonna use the club this time, make sure that still works, so that works fine. So you open the door, you can see that this yellow is lighting up, meaning it's working. Running the code, so let's say use this, so you can see we have fisheye, and then the portal open up. You see that? So now we're done with the second stage, right? So we push up again. If we push up, this will activate here, we'll touch portal, it will hide and go to the next stage. So let's go back over here, we push up. So you see this code run. Now you see this portal is coming up, right? That's incorrect. So this is stage 3. The portal should not come. Only come when after we broadcast the message saying, you know, the mission is complete. So this is incorrect. We need to fix that. So what we want to do is go to the portal. We add a small piece of code that will kind of take care of some of this problem. What we can do also, we can set the like the location of the portal where you want to go. So what we can do is, since this is the second one, let's just put it here. So we haven't done that. So first stage we don't have a portal, right? Second stage we have a portal. Let's say we want to put it at this location. Then you can say, okay, go to this location, right? But don't show until the stuff is done. And also what we want to do is, every time you receive something called next stage, we want to hide it. So when you move from one stage to the next, we want to hide it, and only show when actually, you know, when you completed the mission. So now let's test it again. So here we use the club. That works fine. We're able to go into the door. So now switch to backdrop 2. It actually has the portal over here. You cannot see it because it's not shown. So if I take out this stuff here, this Among Us Sprite here, you see the portal comes up. Once I go in, this code should run. You see it run really fast and hide it, so you don't actually see it. Okay. Alright, so we'll go on and do the next part of the next weapon. Okay, so let's stop this. Let's go to the hand, which is the infinite gauntlet. So what we want to do is, we're gonna say green flag is clicked. Okay, so what we want to say is high. And then we will want to throw in a forever loop here. And similar to the other one, we want to make sure that it goes to the cyan. Okay, go to cyan. And we also want to point in the direction that the cyan is pointing, right? So similar to that one, go to sensing, grab this guy here, and you select the back one first, cyan, and then we want to say direction. Okay, so the glove will point to the left or the right depending where the cyan guy is standing. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to have another if condition here, a little bit different. So what we want the glove to be, let's say, let me open cyan here and open the glove here. So we want to make the hand kind of like this in front of you know, this guy a little bit in the front on the top, you know, top right or top left depending where you stand, right? So that, you know, it looks a little bit better. So what we want to do is we have the if and else condition. So we need to do this sensing again here and select cyan, and we're gonna check the direction. Okay, direction. So now where you can use the operator, we're gonna use the greater than. So greater than 0. So when it's greater than 0, meaning it's actually pointing to the right. So the direction is like less than 0. You see, this is, let's say we go here. This is pointing to the right, right? Any number is positive is pointing to the right, right? You see, any number that's negative is actually pointing to the left. You can see, right? So you can see the hand kind of switch. Let me put the hand over here. Maybe, I don't know, maybe easier to see. So you see positive pointing to the right, negative pointing to the left. So we're trying to see where it's actually pointing, and then we're gonna make the hand going up accordingly. Okay. Okay, and you want to set it at this this one here, so that doesn't rotate all around. Okay. All right. So we're gonna put it back at 90. So if it's the direction is greater than 0, meaning pointing to the right side. Okay. Okay, what you want to do is say motion set X, and we want to use the operator, use a plus. So what we want to do is we're going to find out where cyan is standing in the X position. So select cyan, X position, put this in here, and then you say plus. I mean, you have to test it. For me, I already tested, so I know. So I say plus 45. And do something similar here, and this one is we have to do a minus plus. So we say use this, the X position. Let's say if cyan is, you know, is standing on the right, I mean facing to the right, we want the glove to, you know, show up like right here. So if he's actually facing, if cyan is facing to the left, let's say he's facing to the left, this side, then we want the glove to be on this side. Okay, got it? So hopefully you understand that. Okay, so that's why I have the check here, so I know where it's gonna show. Okay, now we are going to minimize this a little bit, put this over here on the side. So we have the code for number 3. So similar to what we did for number 2 and 1, right? Why am I not able to find my code? Okay, here's the code block. So when I say 3, so this is the number 3rd power, the infinite gauntlet. So we're gonna try to code that. And also same thing, right? We have to make sure that it's not in progress. You know, the no one is talking. So make sure that we want to do that, so that, you know, we don't want the sprite to kill off the other guy before he have a chance to talk. Okay. So this one you say equal, and over here So dialog, where's dialog? Variable. Okay, and you put down yes. So not yes. Then we want to make sure that we can go to the front layer so that it will show up in front of everything else. Okay, and then we want to show, because we have high in the beginning, right? So we're going to show, and then broadcast a message. So what we're going to broadcast is snap, like a finger snap. So the Thanos will do a finger snap, right, to make everything disappear. So that works well because Scratch, we have something like ghost effect, we can make things disappear. Okay, we can put this one, and then we are going to hide it. Okay, so now we have done the Gauntlet's code, but we still have to go back to the Among Us, right, to fix it. Okay, so now we have got hit by laser, right, the club. Now we're gonna do the Among Us. Just pull this event here and change it to snap. Okay, and what we want to do is we're gonna repeat 10 times, and then I'm gonna try to use this ghost effect. Where's ghost effect? Okay, so change ghost effect by 10, and then we want to do a little wait, so 0.1 second, so a little bit of wait, do 10 times, and then we're gonna play the sound until done, and we want to broadcast the message, same thing. Okay, so now let's try it out, so see how it works. So now number 3 for Thanos, we actually doesn't care actually where he snap his finger. He can be on the left side snapping it, the right side, doesn't matter. So let's say I'm facing to the left side. If I use number 3, the Gauntlet will be somewhere here. So as you can see, it kind of make the other guy disappear, right? And then broadcast the complete message. You can go in, same thing. I mean, if you think the Gauntlet's a little bit too close, you can adjust it. Let's see, do it again. So it's right here. I mean, if you want to move them a little bit further, then what you do is you go to the Gauntlet and change this position, like 45 to 50 or whatever. Okay, so now we're done with Gauntlet. Now stage 3, same thing, right? We don't have anything yet, but we do have created the power for the laser and the Infinity Gauntlet, right? So in stage 3, we can go back over here. So what we need to do, we have like stage 1, stage 2, right? So we need to do something for stage 3 to show it, right? Okay, so you can just copy this, duplicate. Let me move this down a little bit. I'll adjust it later so I get more space. So now we have 1, 2, and then we'll do number 3. So number 3, you can kind of put wherever you want. I have some coordinate already down, but what you can do is just kind of open this guy and just try to drag him around where you want to put him, right? And then you can just grab the motion and just put it. Okay, so let's say we want to put him right here or whatever, it doesn't matter, right? Then you can just drag this position like this or whatever, right? So I think we all had it at 100, so we kind of keep it at 100. So let's say we want -105, get a good number, and then -100, right? And then what we want to do is we're going to face it to the, let's say he's going to face the other way. He didn't know that something's happening to him. Okay, let's say he's going to face the other way. So if I hit this, backdrop 3, you can see he's actually facing this way, right? And then make sure you clear the graphic effects so that whatever ability you did to him, it will clears it up. And also cyan number 3, you also need to do that as well. I think we'll probably have to move this guy. Let's see how I want to do this. I'm gonna move this over here. So I'm gonna put this here because this will not change, right? So we have this. This will not change mostly. So we're gonna stack this up here. So we have 1 over here and 2 over here. So this is where 2 and 3 can open. Let's say you want to cyan face this way or this way, it doesn't matter. right? So either way is fine. So what you want to do is backdrop 3. You can say duplicate, right? So say backdrop number 3. Go to the front layer. You know, let's say you want to put them at this position. You can, right? So, or you can put them in some other position, doesn't matter. So let's say you want to put them at this position, and then switch to custom 1 and show. Or let's say you want them to turn around, doesn't matter. Then you have to say the direction. So if you want him to turn around, this is pointing to the right. If you want him to turn around, then you have to do negative. So you double click on this, you can see that he's turning around. Okay, so either way, so let's say I didn't have this. Whatever he is coming in, doesn't matter. So let's try it again. Okay, so we have this guy here. So we're gonna use the club. Right. We are able to go in. Then we see this one. Let's say we use number 3. Okay, this guy disappeared. The portal open up. We go in. This is number 3, stage number 3. Let's say we use the gun. We shoot this side. See, it doesn't help, right? It doesn't do it. So that's why we have that check. It got hit, right? So we have to have that check. So it touched the edge, doesn't matter. Only if it touched the sprite. So if I go back, so if I say touch the sprite, then you can get the fisheye effect. Then the portal will show up again. We'll go in. So as you can see, we go in. This is stage 4 where we have the little computer in the box here. So we don't have anything yet for stage 4, and also we hide the power ability, right? So the power. So when we say when we get to backdrop number 4, we want to hide it, so you get more room to see things, right? I think for the first 3 stage, we want to show what the ability the Among Us character can do. After that, we don't have it anymore. So this is where we're going to stop for now. I think it's a pretty long video already. So we got the gauntlets and then the hand and other stuff done, and then moving to stage 4. So we'll work on this next time for the other stage 4 and then other power-ups. So whatever power-ups we have here, so we're done with these first three. We're gonna work on these one next. Okay, all right. Thank you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and comment in the comments below about if you have any question about the video, or just letting us know that we're doing a good job or something. That would be greatly appreciated. All right, see you guys next time. Bye bye.